Hi, Jeannie. It's great to see you. Are the rumors true? Are you dating Anderson .Paak?
Have
you
seen his movie? It's so good.
How is it?
It's beautiful, Jane.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you arriving at Andy's.
Y'all, the internet just witnessed the moment this entire situation went from quiet rumors to a full-blown celebrity meltdown. Because what started as whispers about a secret relationship has now exploded into accusations of cheating, a viral video, and a confrontation that could drag one of hip-hop's most chaotic breakups right back into the spotlight. Here's where everything suddenly spiraled. A video began circulating online showing Jeannie Mai and Anderson .Paak together in a public setting, laughing, getting close, and then sharing a kiss that instantly sent social media into overdrive. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. Fans, bloggers, and gossip pages started asking the same explosive question. Was this relationship actually happening long before anyone realized? And that's when the situation allegedly reached Jeezy. According to insiders, the moment Jeezy saw the video, the reaction was immediate. Furious calls, heated messages, and eventually a confrontation where accusations of betrayal started flying. Sources claim Jeezy demanded answers, questioning whether the relationship with Anderson .Paak had secretly started while their marriage was still intact. But the drama didn't stop there, because almost overnight, the story turned into a digital war. Allegations of cheating began surfacing from both sides, with fans dissecting timelines, past interviews, and every public appearance the couple had made before their divorce. And now there's an even bigger storm forming. Rumors are spreading that this confrontation may have triggered a renewed custody battle over their daughter Monaco. If true, what started as a viral video could spiral into a courtroom fight that drags every private detail of their past relationship into the open. And with bloggers like Tasha K hinting that even more secrets could surface, the real question is no longer whether this drama is messy. The question is, how much worse it's about to get. Y'all, the internet just witnessed the What looked like a quiet new chapter in Jeannie Mai's life suddenly turned into a storm the moment that video surfaced. One moment the internet was casually discussing rumors about her possible relationship with Anderson .Paak, and the next moment, a clip began spreading across social media that changed everything. The footage was short, but explosive. It showed Jeannie Mai and Anderson .Paak together in a public setting, laughing, standing close, and then sharing what appeared to be a kiss. Within minutes, the clip began circulating across gossip pages, celebrity blogs, and fan accounts. Screenshots were reposted, slowed down, analyzed frame by frame. And just like that, the internet had its next viral controversy. But the real chaos didn't come from the video itself. It came from the questions it triggered. Almost immediately, fans began asking whether this relationship was actually new at all. Because if Jeannie and Anderson were comfortable enough to appear together publicly like that, some people started wondering whether their connection had been developing long before anyone realized. And that's when speculation started getting dangerous. Online detectives began digging through old interviews, past appearances, and social media interactions, trying to piece together whether the two had crossed paths before the collapse of Jeannie's marriage with Jeezy. The timeline quickly became the center of debate. Some viewers claimed the chemistry between them seemed too natural to be something that started recently. Others pushed back, arguing that Jeannie had every right to move on after her divorce. But according to insiders, the person most affected by the viral clip wasn't the internet. It was Jeezy.
Dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white. Yeah, that's what I like.
Sources close to the situation claim the rapper was blindsided when the footage reached him. While the divorce between him and Jeannie had already been finalized, the sudden appearance of this new relationship allegedly reopened wounds that had never fully healed. And then came the confrontation. People familiar with the situation claim that Jeezy reached out to Jeannie after seeing the video, demanding answers about what exactly had been happening behind the scenes. According to these claims, the conversation quickly turned heated. Jeezy allegedly questioned whether the relationship with Anderson .Paak had started while their marriage was still intact. If that were true, it would completely change the narrative surrounding their breakup. Because for months, the public believed the marriage ended due to unresolved personal issues and tension between the couple. But the possibility that another person might have entered the picture earlier than expected is the kind of allegation that instantly fuels controversy. And once those accusations began circulating, social media exploded. Fans quickly split into two sides. One group began accusing Jeannie of potentially betraying Jeezy during their marriage, arguing that the viral video raised serious questions about when her relationship with Anderson really started. The other side defended her fiercely, insisting that after a painful divorce, she had every right to rebuild her life however she chose. But as the online debate intensified, something even more serious started entering the conversation: custody. Because according to speculation spreading across gossip platforms, Jeezy's frustration over the situation may now be spilling into legal territory. Rumors began circulating that he could be reconsidering the custody arrangement involving their daughter Monaco. And if that happens, the conflict between them may move out of social media and straight into courtrooms. But the tension doesn't stop there. Because behind the scenes, another powerful voice in celebrity gossip has started dropping hints that the public may not know the full story yet. And those hints are only making the situation more explosive by the hour. As the viral video continued spreading across social media, the situation began evolving from simple gossip into something much more volatile. Because once the internet started questioning the timeline of Jeannie Mai and Anderson.Pac's connection, the entire narrative surrounding her split from Jeezy suddenly came under a microscope again. And that's when older tensions resurfaced. For months after their divorce, both Jeezy and Jeannie appeared to be trying to move forward separately. Publicly, the situation looked like another celebrity breakup that had run its course. But according to sources close to both sides, the emotional fallout from their marriage never truly disappeared. The divorce itself had already been surrounded by intense allegations and conflicting claims. At one point, Jeannie accused Jeezy of aggressive behavior during their marriage, describing several incidents that she said left her feeling unsafe. Those claims shocked fans at the time and turned what might have been a quiet separation into a deeply controversial legal battle. Jeezy strongly denied the accusations, insisting they were exaggerated and designed to damage his reputation during the divorce proceedings. He maintained that his primary focus had always been protecting his relationship with their daughter Monaco. Eventually, the legal fight cooled down. The divorce was finalized. Headlines moved on. But the emotional scars, according to people familiar with the situation, may never have completely healed. So when the viral footage of Jeannie and Anderson.Pac appeared online, some insiders say it hit Jeezy far harder than the public realized. Because from his perspective, the clip wasn't just about a new relationship. It was about the possibility that another man had been involved long before the marriage officially collapsed. Now, there is no confirmed evidence proving that claim. But in the world of celebrity gossip, perception alone can ignite massive controversy. And that perception quickly took over the internet. Fans began dissecting every moment they could find involving Jeannie and Anderson. Old interviews resurfaced. Past industry events where they may have crossed paths were suddenly being shared again. Even brief social media interactions were being analyzed as potential clues. And the speculation didn't stop there. Some gossip bloggers started suggesting that the connection between Jeannie and Anderson might have developed quietly behind the scenes long before the public ever noticed. Again, these claims remain unverified, but the rumors alone were enough to fuel an avalanche of online debate. That's when the story took another unexpected turn. Because as accusations of cheating began swirling across social media, both sides of the narrative started emerging. Supporters of Jeezy argued that if the timeline proved suspicious, it would explain why the rapper reacted so strongly to the viral video. But supporters of Jeannie pushed back just as aggressively. They argued that Jeezy himself had emotionally checked out of the marriage long before the divorce was filed. Some even suggested that the public was unfairly targeting Jeannie simply because she appeared to have moved on first. Meanwhile, the alleged confrontation between the former couple only added more fuel to the fire. According to individuals claiming knowledge of the situation, Jeezy confronted Jeannie about the viral footage and the rumors surrounding her relationship with Anderson.Pac. The discussion reportedly became tense, with accusations of betrayal being raised behind closed doors. Neither side has publicly confirmed the details of that confrontation, but the internet has already formed its own theories. And then another voice entered the conversation, one known for turning celebrity drama into full-blown controversy. Gossip blogger Tasha K. During a recent discussion on her platform, she hinted that insiders within the entertainment industry had been whispering about Jeannie and Anderson's connection long before the video ever surfaced. While she did not present direct evidence, her comments suggested that the story might run deeper than what the public currently sees. For viewers already suspicious about the timeline, those hints were enough to send speculation into overdrive. Suddenly, the viral kiss video was no longer the center of attention. Instead, people started asking whether it was simply the first visible crack in a much bigger hidden story. And just as that debate began heating up, another development pushed the situation even closer to a breaking point: custody. Rumors began circulating online that Jeezy might be reconsidering the custody arrangement involving his daughter Monaco. According to these claims, the rapper was allegedly concerned about how quickly Jeannie's new relationship appeared to be developing. If those concerns turn into a legal filing, the conflict between the former couple could explode again in court. And if that happens, every allegation, every rumor, and every piece of their shared history could be dragged back into the spotlight. Which means the viral video that started this entire situation may end up being only the beginning. Because when celebrity relationships collapse in public, the first scandal rarely tells the full story. Sometimes it just opens the door to a much bigger storm waiting behind it. As the speculation continues spreading across social media, one thing is becoming clear: this situation is no longer just about a viral video or a rumored relationship. What started as a moment captured on camera has now evolved into a much larger conflict involving reputation, betrayal accusations, and the future of a child caught between two very public lives. Because when former partners with unresolved tension suddenly collide again under the spotlight, even the smallest spark can ignite a massive fire. And right now, that fire is growing. In the days following the viral footage of Jeannie Mai and Anderson.Pak, social media quickly transformed into a battlefield of narratives. Supporters on both sides began defending their chosen version of the story, while bloggers and commentators dissected every possible detail. The internet, as always, demanded answers that no one directly involved had fully provided. But silence from the people at the center of the storm has only made the speculation louder. Fans want to know whether the confrontation between Jeezy and Jeannie actually happened the way insiders claim. Did he truly accuse her of secretly seeing Anderson before their marriage collapsed? Or is the internet building a scandal out of fragments and assumptions? Without official confirmation, the truth remains buried somewhere behind closed doors. Yet in celebrity culture, uncertainty rarely stops the narrative from moving forward. Instead, it creates a vacuum where rumors multiply. Some gossip platforms have begun suggesting that the relationship between Jeannie and Anderson may be developing faster than the public realizes. According to these claims, the two have reportedly been spending time together away from the spotlight, carefully avoiding direct confirmation while allowing subtle hints to surface online. If that is true, it could explain why the viral video carried such weight. To many observers, the moment felt less like the beginning of a relationship and more like the first time it slipped into public view. But while the internet focuses on romance and betrayal, another dimension of the story continues to grow more serious. The custody situation involving Jeezy and Jeannie's daughter Monaco. For any parent, the idea that a former partner has built a new life with someone else can bring complicated emotions. But when that life unfolds under intense public scrutiny, those emotions can quickly evolve into legal questions about stability, environment, and parental responsibility. Rumors suggesting that Jeezy might reconsider custody arrangements have not been officially confirmed. However, even the possibility of such a move has dramatically raised the stakes surrounding this entire situation. Because if custody proceedings were to reopen, the conflict would no longer be confined to gossip blogs and social media debates. It would move into a courtroom. And inside a courtroom, speculation becomes evidence, statements become testimony, and every aspect of a couple's history can be examined in uncomfortable detail. That means the past allegations that once surfaced during the divorce could reappear. The accusations of aggression, the claims of emotional turmoil, the arguments about who truly broke the marriage first. Everything could be dragged back into public discussion. And that's exactly why some observers believe both sides may be trying to keep the situation from escalating further. Public silence can sometimes be a strategy, a way to prevent a private dispute from turning into a legal spectacle. But the internet rarely allows that kind of quiet resolution, especially when new voices continue adding fuel to the story. Gossip commentators like Tasha K have already hinted that there may be additional layers behind the scenes, suggesting that industry insiders may know more about the timeline of Jeannie and Anderson's connection than the public currently realizes. While those claims remain unverified, they are powerful enough to keep speculation alive. And speculation, in the digital age, spreads faster than facts. Every day new theories appear online. Every day another clip or screenshot resurfaces. Every day the story grows slightly larger. What began as a single video now carries the potential to affect 3 different lives, and possibly 3 different families. Jeezy, trying to protect his role as a father. Jeannie, navigating life after a painful public divorce while facing accusations she may never have expected. Anderson.Pak, whose own personal life may now become entangled in a controversy he never publicly addressed. Each of them standing at the center of a narrative that none of them fully control anymore. Because once a story reaches this level of public attention, it no longer belongs to the people involved. It belongs to the crowd watching from the outside. And right now that crowd is waiting. Waiting for someone to speak. Waiting for new evidence to appear. Waiting for the next moment that could push this entire situation from speculation into undeniable reality. Until then, the tension remains suspended in the air. And if the rumors continue escalating the way they have over the past few days, the next development could turn this already explosive drama into something even bigger than anyone expected. The truth is, situations like this don't quietly fade away. They erupt. And right now the pressure surrounding this story is building by the hour. A viral video, accusations of betrayal, a confrontation behind the scenes, and now whispers of a custody fight. That combination is exactly how celebrity scandals spiral into something far bigger than anyone expected. Because once the internet locks onto a story like this, every detail becomes ammunition. Every old interview, every past appearance, every cryptic post suddenly turns into a clue people think proves what really happened behind closed doors. And the more the silence continues from the people involved, the louder the speculation becomes. The biggest question now hanging over everything is simple but explosive. Did this relationship between Jeannie Mai and Anderson.Paak truly begin after the marriage ended, or was something happening long before the public ever knew? If even a fraction of those rumors turn out to be true, the fallout could completely reshape the narrative surrounding that divorce. But the stakes are even higher now because a child is involved. And when custody enters the conversation, celebrity drama stops being just gossip. It becomes a legal battle that can drag every private moment into the public record. Court filings, testimony, allegations revisited, secrets exposed. That's how stories like this escalate from viral controversy into full-blown courtroom warfare. And with voices in the gossip world hinting that more details may still surface, the possibility of another explosive revelation is hanging over this entire situation. So stay alert, because this story is moving fast. If new footage appears, if one of them finally breaks their silence, or if legal documents begin to surface, the next chapter could hit even harder than the last. And when it does, the internet will be watching every second.